Another good day. Another interesting day.
Absolutely.
How's it going? Oh yeah, Melissa will always work, right? My understanding is my constituents are concerned about access to credit. We've got a mortgage foreclosure issue that's widespread across this country. Can you tell me about Bank of America's actions as it relates to foreclosure mitigation and helping those folks that are facing the loss of their homes?
One of the issues with the loan modification issue was that initially the banks were just not staffed up to handle that kind of volume and the different type things that were being asked. Since then, we now have 7,200 associates that just focus on loan modifications. And since
in the end, unfortunately, Ken Lewis was the only one asked to testify. I think what we needed was also Henry Paulson and Ben Bernanke to testify about what they said and what they did, whether or not there's any intimidation involved in this transaction. That's at the heart of what I want to get to. The first issue I want to raise is whether or not deficits and our debt have an impact on employment. What we've seen in the bond markets over the last 2 weeks is that, in fact, our government deficit that is going to run to the tune of almost $2 trillion this year, the largest recorded deficit we've had on record in this country. That just came from a press conference about the President's jobs numbers, and now I'm heading to a financial services hearing about systemic risk and financial re-regulation and those actions. Take care. I think what we have questions about here in Congress, our proper oversight is of the federal government, not necessarily the private sector. What we need to get to and ascertain is determining what the Treasury and the Fed did, their actions, what intimidation they brought to bear, and what did they say specifically to Ken Lewis. If you had the Treasury Secretary and the Chairman of the Federal Reserve telling a CEO that he should not and is not allowed to disclose to his shareholders and his board of directors very important information about a merger, I think that raises larger questions than simply the lawsuit against B of A and Ken Lewis.
Congressman Patrick McHenry, Republican from North Carolina. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Sir.